welcome to Question Barefoot. Got one from Michael in Spain. He says he's been living there quite a long time. Generally regarded himself as a fairly tolerant, open-minded man, but gradually has become afraid of the terrorist threat, to the extent that he feels he's starting to notice what he calls racist tendencies in his thinking, and he doesn't like it, and asked what I thought. Thing is, we as animals, part of nature, have it inbuilt in us to compete, and we'll use any difference that we can spot as a reference to compete with that person, as a sign that that's someone we can compete with. You know how it works with football, football clubs, or in this instance, nations or religions or whatever. Whenever, however, we lump people together into a group, we dehumanize them, and we dehumanize ourselves in doing so. And while it is obviously, the mind is entrained by the media to think of the groups of people all engaged in an activity that we're afraid of, if we can see individuals, and as abhorrent as their actions appear to us, see them as our family, brothers, sisters in our human family, and rather than succumb to reacting in the way that one assumes they would wish us to, which is to come back with the equivalent hatred, which is born of fear, this will only exacerbate the fire that is somehow fueling the actions. I'm talking collectively and over a period of time here, and I'm talking on a metaphysical level rather than a apparently practical one, though this is practical in its effect. So really, it's a matter of taking responsibility for being part of a global family, certain members of which, and remember, it's a tiny minority of the whole human family that's acting out in any kind of violent way anywhere around the world at any moment. The majority of us do actually live in relative harmony and peace most of the time. If we can then, rather than want to seek revenge, want to punish and so on, just in a way bear witness to the other in that distorted acting out mode, see beyond the distorted behaviour to the presence informing them, that sits in the back of them as it does in you and me, no matter what name you call it, no matter what religion you build around it. We all know what we're talking about. There's the presence of existence that's within each of us. And if you can see to that in everybody, that which goes beyond all descriptions and definitions and divisions, and somehow just keep the love open, the heart open to them. And this is not namby-pamby love and light nonsense. This is keeping your heart open to a brother who, although their actions will be abhorrent to you, a brother or a sister, they're the suffering that they're going through, to act out like that. Somehow you have an empathy for, and rather than focus on their acting out, you focus on the presence behind that, and you honour the presence behind that, behind all the distortion. That does the healing. And the quicker we do that, more and more of us do that, the faster you'll see the steam coming out of this whole movement that you're expressing fear about. In fact, if you look carefully, I think you might even see that steam is already starting to come out of it. And you will start to see, I predict, negotiations starting to happen. between various factions and others that you wouldn't have thought would be possible before. So the steam, I think, is already starting to come out of it. The way to encourage that is to address the presence in that whoever you're feeling antipathy towards, and honour it there, seeing past the disguise. And that seems to do the healing that's required. It's a deep one, but we must all love each other, and that doesn't mean condone or forget what people have done. It just means we have to acknowledge that we are family. That way healing comes faster for everybody than if we start indulging in this xenophobic, racist kind of mode that is just seeming to be so popular. It won't make anybody happy, that really. It won't work to make anyone happy. This way, quicker, we will find our happiness together again. Thank you. If you have questions for Barefoot, this is he, and I'm ready to answer them any time, within reason. I'm enjoying this conversation with you. Thank you.